Hiya, buddies! Welcome to Barn Burner, Thursday, September 14th. Don't look now, but September, pretty near half over, Retro. It's the 14th. It feels like we were just Labor Day. It was just starting September a week ago, 5 days ago.
Did you order your bird?
I've not ordered my bird. It's a good idea. Mind you, I haven't even got plans for supper tonight. I know I need to have.
I know, but that's
shit,
what's
yeah,
right. What you're
there's stuff
saying.
going on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you're saying is exactly that. Where 2 weeks have flown by, and 2 more weeks fly by, and you're going to be going, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not prepared.
And you know what? Here's the
listen,
thing.
Listen, don't sell yourself short this year.
Yeah.
Go all out.
Go all out.
Double down on the gravy. Triple down. I want you to make some cornbread stuffing. I want you to go out on a limb this Thanksgiving.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'll video my get ahead gravy when I do it this year. It's totally a stolen recipe, but I'll steal it and I'll do.
You know what? Add a pinch of paprika, and it's all yours.
That's right. When you get around Thanksgiving and that, and everybody, turkeys. Oh, I want to do turkey. I'm a sucker for turkey, man. Like, I get people, you want to do a prime rib roast or you want to do something different. Mm-hmm. But if I go to somebody's house or we do something and there's no turkey, I'm bummed out.
Well, part of the reason that you're a big turkey dude is because you take pride in your preparation and you don't half-ass the gravy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're just going to put some water on your turkey, don't make the turkey then. Yeah. But do it right. You know what else? I want you to brine that bastard.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah.
You got to brine the bird.
Brine that bird. Whatever bird you're doing.
Yep.
Now, granted, if it's just one of those kind of, fry your chickens and you're in a tight spot, okay, we'll let you off the hook. But if you get a nice spot. It doesn't take that long. Even, here's the thing. Oh, I don't know. If you want to even cut the chicken up, cut it into the pieces, then into a bowl. Let the individual, Good start. Good start to the show. Serge will be proud. Tower Chrysler Studios, Consumer Choice Award winner, Calgary's favorite Chrysler Dodge dealer, 10901 McLeod Trail South, and TowerChrysler.com. Good people over at Tower Chrysler getting it done for you. On the show today, no Pinder. I saw the already people. Where's the homeless-looking fella? I don't know exactly where he is. He told us yesterday he was off to Europe, landing in Copenhagen, ahead of some Parisian
Italian wedding.
Yeah, or whatever it is. I don't know. I can't keep up. I don't try.
I can't decide if I'm proud of him for pulling it off, or again, how do you fake all these friendships? Like, what kind of mask are you wearing around that you've convinced people that your buddy in Denmark is still tight and I got to go see him?
This buddy of yours who's in Denmark, who's in video games.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that means. You know what it is, though, Retro? People are polite. Not everybody is like you and I, who we're probably going to tell you. It's like, hey, how are things? Things are really good, Ryan. How are you? Great. I'm coming over to, I've got a wedding. What if I came a few days earlier and we hung out? Sure, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd love to have you. Haven't seen you for a while.
So now it's like, my buddy that I went to high school with, we're hooking up in Denmark. The dude in Denmark's like...
Yes, you're right. Because just because he's seeing them doesn't mean that the enthusiasm that he exudes...
It's not reciprocal.
No.
There's no chance it's reciprocal.
Well, because that's what is the interesting part, is that how can you all be this way? That's not... No.
Well, you've met Pinder's brother, right?
Japan for
his bachelor party.
3 days.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they really think there's something. These people.
They do. They really do. Now, you've met the brother Bob, right?
Bob, yeah.
He's not like Ryan.
Thank God.
He's a normal human. There's no one else quite like Ryan. He needs to be medicated. Heavily medicated.
Can't you do that in Copenhagen?
I think, yeah, there'll be some self-medication going on over there. We'll get our Betway bets in today, Thursday night football retro. Are you excited for some Eagles Vikings in your life?
I'm ready for it because I have nothing on the docket tonight. So I've got one practice, but one practice is basically nothing in my life. It's like a day off. So
Yeah,
I might cook something spectacular.
as you should.
I
Definitely
made
should.
I made the chicken thigh chorizo paella ricey type thing the other day. Top shelf.
While we're talking food, I'm just going to throw it out there. You mentioned chorizo. I think this is maybe one of those things that might intimidate people. Oh, chorizo, it's a type of sausage. Is it spicy? I don't know. Chorizo is your best friend. It can go
Oh,
into so many. You buy the chorizo sausage, peel it the casing off, crumble it up. You put it in your lasagna. You put it in your chili. You put it in your stew. It's
meat
gonna
sauce.
it's gonna kick that. It's gonna kick it up. And yeah, you don't want to go overboard. But if you've got your beef pork, maybe about a third of what you're doing with the other beef, put a third of that in the chorizo. I made a lasagna a couple weeks ago, and I didn't let anybody know that I'd switched it up with the chorizo. Rave reviews.
Even so when you fry it up, I save the oil.
Mm-hmm.
I take a little bit of the because the flavor of that, oh, so good.
So good. Orangey tinge to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm starving.
We got to go to Spain.
Do we?
I think that's where it's from.
Is it?
Yeah, those crazy Spaniards.
Those crazy Espanols with their sausage. And that's the other thing. Pinder going all the way to Europe. Think of all the good food and the culture that he'll be drunk in the street.
Yeah, and drinking swill.
Yeah.
He's a college student traveling. Cheapest bullshit he could find.
Yeah. He has no appreciation for any of that. Del, is that his picture?
Yeah, this is from Pinder 10 minutes ago.
So here's another question then. If he's up and about and we do a podcast, which all you need is fucking
That's
internet,
right. Yeah, that's right.
right?
You know what? Send the prick a link.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
why
send him a
are
link.
you? I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
happy. Go away, having some time. Wonderful. You pretending you can't? There's no internet in Europe. Like, what are you talking about?
And of course, he is having some stupid pizza there. He'll have some feta cheese and tomatoes and some bullshit on it.
Yeah.
I just want to bite him on the nose.
Well, that's the beauty.
by
of
all
it,
means,
too.
let's
the
get him
beauty. The beauty of it is he's healthy, right? He's like my father-in-law, healthy. Oh, I can't have cheese, but I'll
Yeah.
eat that whole cinnamon tray. Cinnamon buns, no problem there. There's no fat in that, but it's so good for you.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I sorry guys, I got to run. I got my workout at 1:00. Oh, what were you doing last night? Oh, I was out. I had about 15 pints and went and had some
Yeah, no,
banh mi sandwich at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I have a veggie pizza,
Yeah.
with 8 pints.
It all balances out.
Yeah.
It all balances out. I still go back to that when he talked about going and having beers at lunch and then for a
Beers,
massage. I don't understand it.
Go have some nachos and beers, and then I got to go for a massage,
Yeah.
and not that kind, like a legitimate.
Yeah, and some bird's going to be pushing on my pelvis after 4 pints and
Or
some wings.
IPAs. And his electrolysis workouts.
Yeah. Well, I went through some video this morning because when we were talking on the show yesterday. Today, Thursday, it's the start of rookie camp. They are on the ice at Winsport, even as we speak. And I know it's a podcast world, so depending when you're listening. But Thursday morning, 10 o'clock on the ice. Then they will fly to Penticton for the Young Stars tournament. Yesterday was the golf event. And we said during the show yesterday that a lot of the players were talking to the media, and the whole general feel was, Just, I just want to see how the year plays out. No, I love it here. I'm definitely open to staying here. This whole thing. So I went to the video. I was going to grab, who are we to speak for them? Grab the actual clips and then play them. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Because it's as dull as we made it out to be. No, for sure. I love it here. I'm definitely open. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to, let my agent handle it. And no, the room's great. Great guys. I love it here. Oh, it was real disappointing last year, but no, it's great.
The arena, but I think it's great. It's got that old school vibe.
Oh, new coach. I think it's going to be great. I couldn't do it. And I don't know what else I expect them to say, in fairness. That's probably what I would say. Listen, I'm open to anything, but last year was disappointing. And
yeah, I'm not calling him a bullshitter and a liar. I'm just boring.
Yeah.
Maybe you should lie, Spice Apple.
Yeah. Well, Conroy put an unbelievable offer on the table. And my agent said it's too much money.
Yeah, I can't.
So couldn't do it to him.
Connie's ruin the franchise if I take this contract.
Yeah. The guilt that I would live with making that kind of money. Do you think anything gets done? Is anything
I don't think
done before
gets done, and maybe everybody's right. Well, I think Conroy's wrong, to be honest with you, because I think he's wrong until the trade deadline, and we see what we get in return. I don't know where his upside is again, it's a two-way street. He can't make them sign. But I don't know where his upside is in negotiating with, allowing the negotiations to go into the season. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If they play worse, are you going to pull it? If Lindholm comes out and doesn't play well, are you going to pull the offer up? Maybe, I guess.
Maybe. Like that's what I kind of said.
Then you can't fucking trade him for more, right? Like
I said to you yesterday with Elias Lindholm, if he's a $9 million player, is he going to become a $10 million player by his virtue of his play this year? I mean,
he's not going to go down to 4.
But
if he's going down to 4, you don't want him. And if he's going down to 4 million, everyone else is seeing it, so they don't want him either.
Yeah. And if
tough spot.
I don't know what you do. And the other part of it is, like I said, you can't control what the offers are.
The offers would be garbage.
They're no good.
The offers would be garbage. The only way this worked out was if ownership was willing to say, I don't care what the offers are. I'm clearing cap space. And even if we don't maximize this particular deal, I'm going to make another deal to bring in some bullshit, pay the money out. And you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one-off thing. It's a clean house thing with the ownership's approval to spend to the cap like the Coyotes did and build an absolute pile of assets. I don't think that's happening.
So if you're thinking long-term or you're thinking beyond this year for the Flames, where you want the team to be good, do you almost want them to be a bad team this year?
Yes.
Because if they're good, they make the playoffs. And if they're making the playoffs, you're not trading any of those guys.
You have to... The problem I have, well, it's two things. You never want your team to be shitty because it sucks, right?
Yeah.
Like you're a month in and they're in 14th place and you're like, oh, well, we still got a chance to make it. It's like, no, you don't. Nobody's coming back from 14th at the end of October. Anyway, so you don't ever want your team to suck. But in reality... If you're building for the long term, yeah. But and I guess the other thing I forgot, sorry, the other point I was going to say was unless Darryl was the biggest obstacle in the world that hockey's ever seen, and they're a completely different squad and they're back to playing first place caliber of hockey, I just don't see that. I think they can be competitive. I think they'll be in the hunt. I don't expect them to fall flat on their face, which leads you to worst case scenario.
It really is, yeah.
It's worst case scenario. You either, and I can be wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong. If they're going to go from where they finished last year to home playoff game next year, fuck yeah, let's do it. I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see it. I don't think they're that much better. The only way that happens is if all those unrestricted free agents have career years, and even then you're screwed anyway, right?
Yeah.
What are you going to move them? No. You got the cap space to sign all of them? No. So you're going to lose them for nothing? Yes. Oh, so we had 1 year of real good? Doesn't like I don't see the window for success at all.
And that's gun to my head. Bet my life on it. I feel like that's what happens.
Yes.
I think they're better this year.
Well, they're not going to be worse because all those guys are trying to have great years.
There's too many guys invested on having a good year. I think they're better. And you'll be faced with a situation where getting cap space is what you're going to get in return for all of these players. And maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not like you become a prime destination for free agents with all this cap space. It's not like you're going to July 1 and it's like, oh, Patrick Kane's coming in. We got all these good. That doesn't.
What scenario are they adding at the trade deadline to make you think that they're going on a deep run? Do they have the guns to do it right now? They're a defenseman injury away from being weak on the blue line.
You know, at the same time, I did not see last year coming. Because remember, a year ago right now,
I didn't see last year coming, but the playoffs kicked. They didn't do. They beat Dallas in a tough series, sure, and it was good and it was fun. But we forget we got absolutely shit kicked by a team that's better than they were 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and you don't soil your throw away. I don't even know what term I can use, but you don't not try because other teams are good. But in what world do you think that this team matches up with LA? Can they beat LA in a playoff round? I don't think they can. I think LA is on the up and up.
Yeah, I think they're on the rise for sure. Edmonton should be real strong again. Vegas should be strong again. Like, right. Yeah, and
that's your own.
The only way it happens is if Mangiapane returns to 30 goal form, if Dubé gets you 20 to 25, if Coronado can come in and Pelche, if these guys can inject some offense to go with the excitement, because I'm sure they're going to be more excited.
I think it's almost, for me, it's less about Mangiapane and it is, because you have to have a team and everyone's got to do well. If those young guys are superstars, okay. And if Markstrom or the kid Wolf,
yeah,
sure, then yeah, you always have a chance if your goaltender is the best in the league. But again, it's just, you know what? It's silly to sit here and try and forecast, because you go back 2 years ago, Markstrom was unbelievable against Dallas, and then soiled himself in the Oilers series. Well, who's the other goalie in the Dallas net?
Jake Ottinger.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah,
terrible last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
All I know is you and I are going to be right when it's all said and done.
Hard to be wrong when you just that Klinko board.
That's right. Stinko.
Again, for us sitting here, easy. Hey, Murray, dump a bunch of money into nothing and let's get some draft picks. So, spend 80 million, 50 of it on nothing, and let's get a couple first rounders. Oh, okay. Right? To me, they lost their direction when Gaudreau and Tkachuk, and they lost Gio for nothing and gave away Monahan for a first. I think that Brad had a plan. I think it got a little bit subverted because Bennett never turned into what he was supposed to be. And then Gaudreau left and Tkachuk left, and it was that plan. The landmine went off, and he needed to restart again. And he didn't.
Yeah.
And now we're in no man's land.
So we're about a month away from the season getting going. And last year was like I say, I felt like we know what we're going to see. We know what we're going to see. I have no idea what to expect.
Huska's got to create some energy for these guys, some excitement, some fun. It's infectious. And if they can find that, it'll help. And that's great. And as fans, it'll make going to the Dome more entertaining and tuning in on TV more entertaining and what we discuss more exciting. But it doesn't mean no one picked us to go far in 0304. So anything's possible, but I don't think it's a formula. I think it's look what we found. It's a shiny penny type of scenario.
And not comparing or saying that this is what you hang your hat on. It's just the unpredictable nature of sport, and certainly hockey. 2 years ago, Vegas, blitzed with injuries, missed the playoffs. Last year, Stanley Cup champions. Convincing Stanley Cup champions. Now, had built towards it, obviously, with the Eichel deal and stuff, but you wouldn't. That's how it can go sometimes. You miss, then you win. Then you miss. Conroy still hasn't called us to get our...
I would expect we won't hear from him much now.
No. It's
if
gone
he
quiet.
couldn't bother calling when he was sitting at his lake house all of July and August.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all we did was beat the drum for this guy to get the job, and now, see ya. See ya, fellas. See ya,
I saw
fatty.
a video of him. He was a little stressed out, maybe.
You think so? I'm sure it is.
He's
got daughters.
Keep the hat on.
Yeah, he's got daughters. They're going to college and universities. They're on a hockey team. It's a lot for, and he's got a Ginla to deal with now. A Ginla beating him down all the time.
Night at 1 a.m. Hey, Craig, what about this?
Oh, and then Iggy just wants to. Jerome, it's not that easy. Can't just turn the roster over. Those would be fun conversations to be in on, because it probably goes exactly like we make fun of it sounding like.
Wow,
younger.
It's probably very much like ours. Well, we could do this. Yeah, but then we won't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think? No.
Yeah. That's the component we never think of. Mm-hmm. Is then when you run it up the ladder a couple steps. Yeah. No, he said no. Oh,
we've got yes. Okay. In the morning, I'll call him. We'll get approval and we'll put the wheels in motion here.
Yeah. He's gonna love it.
He
didn't love it.
It's not a big fan.
Okay.
Son of
Yeah. So you've made an addition to your backdrop. What are we looking at there?
That's the jersey for the ball hockey tournament this weekend. Here for the Birds. That's the name of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what.
It's not a bird at all.
Mm-mm. I don't think that's. Anyway.
Yeah. You're in a ball hockey tournament?
You said it was very gross behind me yesterday, so I put something up.
It just looked very...
That's how I felt.
The shoveler kept coming in and grabbing stuff and taking stuff.
Oh, she was grabbing.
And we could see. So.
Handsy. Very handsy.
Very handsy. Yeah, very handsy. Let's get into a Pinder report. It's a presentation of Village Honda. New in-stock inventory on the ground. Start your automotive adventures at Village Honda, where the new vehicle pricing is MSRP, which stands for something, I'm sure. It's the Pinder report. Mentioned it, Flames rookie camp, 10 a.m. this morning. They were on the ice at Winsport, doing drills, skating fast, shooting pucks. Exciting stuff, for sure.
Exhausted after 2 laps. You're so wound up. You do the warm-up lap and red-faced.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it through practice.
Then they'll drink some... Did you hear the news about BioSteel? It's no bueno.
No good for you?
BioSteel was purchased by a cannabis company. Cannabis company decided, we're going to let's get a big sponsorship deal in place with the NHL. We'll be the official sports drink of this, and we put a bunch of money in. We're filing for bankruptcy.
BioSteel?
This morning.
So they needed a write-off.
Well, I think this company spent a bunch of money. They were going to go, because they did. They became, remember last year, it was no longer Gatorade bottles. It was BioSteel on the benches. And
well, it's huge.
Huge money.
You've got to be some sort of...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that big a company, you can't manage it.
Yeah, and that was a Mike Camilleri thing. Remember, he was one of the original guys and then sold it.
Remember, who's the trainer we had back?
Yes.
Oh,
Nickel.
Yeah, Matt Nickel.
Matt Nickel.
I think he was
He
very
was
much
in on it too. Then I would imagine they got the bag when they sold to this place. And I wonder if maybe there's a sweetheart deal to get it back. Because it sounds like they don't, the brand isn't going to just evaporate. It's been proven to be a good product that people believe in. So
delicious.
So delicious. Anyway, off to Penticton are the boys after they are done with their skates and whatnot today. Tomorrow is a game day. The rookies will play Vancouver. Saturday, Edmonton. Monday, the Winnipeg Jets, and then they will jet home. That's an 11 a.m. game on Monday against the Jets before they get back on the private plane and come back. Do you think they're taking the actual charter?
Yes.
These kids won't know what to do with themselves. They'll be just
Spoiled
firing starbursts and stuff into their pocket.
Never hungry league.
Great. Starving. So beyond that, other non-Flames news. We've talked about it a little bit, but I think because of the way the roster is set up, no pro tryouts, nobody coming in on PTOs. A lot of teams have been. A couple former Flames signing as recently as this morning. Brothers. Both Nick and Brett Ritchie have signed PTOs. Brett is going to Florida, and Big Nick has signed a tryout with the St. Louis Blues.
Bless.
So good luck to the Ritchie boys. Good luck to them. Yesterday, now this is kind of a 2-day event. When's the last time you took part in the Flames alumni, the Masters golf event before the season?
Well, much before COVID, so.
Yeah.
Probably that year of COVID, 2019.
And you golfed, or?
Probably, yeah.
Because I remember we used to do the show.
I actually think we won that year, but I had to leave to take my kids to hockey that night, so I wasn't there. Yeah, I've got a ring.
Wow.
Well,
winner.
Championship.
Yeah, big winner. But hundreds of thousands of dollars raised for numerous charities in and around southern Alberta. Awesome event. All the players, as we told you, the guys were asked questions about, and they all love Calgary, and everything's great. But a little video here for you. Who's one of the greatest guys going? Who's one of our favorite people in the whole wide world? And just happens to be a former Calgary Flame. His number's hanging from the roof at the Dome.
Are you asking me, or
I am
being rhetorical?
Lanny McDonald, one of the best guys going. We love him. Yesterday, check this out. So this is, I don't know what hole it is, but Lanny, tee shot, comes down to the green, can't find his ball. Where is his ball?
Alrighty, what hole is this?
We watched it slide right by the other ball and it dropped.
Right in.
Are you kidding? No.
Amazing. Okay, Lanny, go fish it out.
Yeah. Oh. Let me get down here.
Incredible.
What, the white one? What?
Wow.
So what's the white one?
Oh.
Yeah! Woo-hoo! Beautiful. Nice. Awesome.
Amazing.
Hole in one, Lanny McDonald. The legend continues.
Now I gotta keep this on the whole day.
Yeah, you can't take it off.
We gotta get a photo of that one.
What a beauty. Ordinarily, you're sour when, oh, great. Yeah, they hit a hole in one. So happy for Lanny.
And he didn't even have to buy because everything's paid for.
Everything's
What a
free.
day.
Yeah. Somebody here saying it was at a Glen Eagles, hole 12. So congrats to Lanny McDonald draining a hole in one yesterday.
What
Awesome.
a cool story for the guys he's golfing with.
No shit. And just the best guy.
Well, that too. They got to spend a day with Lanny McDonald. So
Such a good guy.
they're better people today. Why is it a 2-day event?
It's so much.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, there's so much to fit in. Because remember, it's 2 courses, right? They do it Country Hills, Glen Eagles. And you've got the dinner the night before, and then the golf event, and then the dinner that night. And it's a great time for people that like to get out and socialize. If that's your thing,
If that's
such a great event.
you ever get
So
involved.
great. Runs 2 times faster than Boomer. It says here on the chat. Well, I don't. Is that?
It's debatable. He was going downhill.
That's true. I'd have bit it. That would have been the thing. Toe pick, down we go.
Face plant.
Grass stains on my chin. It's terrible.
Hold on.
Put that phone away. So anyway, there you go. Hockey season is underway. This has always kind of been the gateway to the season. All the players are back in town. Mandatory event except for Rhett Warner 1 year. Is that how it went?
Yep. Ken called to give me shit. Said, "What do you? We'll see you at the tournament." No, you won't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, we can't make it mandatory, but it's. I think you know what I'm saying. And I said, "Yeah, well, I'm going to get married." Oh, well, enjoy your wedding.
The lengths you'll go, Retro, to get out of that event. Unbelievable. So yeah, then next week, training camp and everything kicks in. We're less than a month away from the season opener, so we are into it. Thursday night football, the Philadelphia Eagles squeezed out a win in week 1, taking on the Minnesota Vikings, who did not get a win in week 1. The Vikings lost to the Buccaneers. The Eagles held on against New England. Neither team probably very pleased with their week 1 performance. Now, I was reading this morning, and you talked about it. A lot of times, Buffalo Bills fans, they get to the parking lot, they're there early, day before. By 4 a.m. this morning, the parking lot at Lincoln Financial, I believe it is in Philadelphia, was starting to pack up. This is a video that because Frank Seravalli, our NHL insider, he's a Philly guy, had sent us this video quite some time ago. It was around the Phillies when they were in the baseball playoffs. I think it was last year. Had beat the Padres. So you can imagine what the home opener for the Eagles in Philly might look like based on this video from last fall.
Hello, San Diego, and go fuck yourself. Fuck the Padres! Fuck the Padres! The Padres thought we were sweet. You got us fucked up. It's overpaid fucking bums. All that money for nothing. 1 win. Let's go! I just want everyone here to know, me and this dude have eaten a Stromboli every fucking Phillies win, and we're not fucking stopping. Fuck Dallas. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck him! We're talking about the fighting Phillies! 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 Phillies!
Yo, Mom, what's up? I fucking love you, bitch.
Marcelo Zuna, how's that DUI feel, pussy? What do you want to say?
Titties.
Fuck Houston! We're gonna fucking sweep them pussies! Before we do anything, this is for all my family members and friends who can't be there tonight because they passed on. Mom, this is for you! Let's fucking go, Phillies!
Yeah, so that's kind of what you can, maybe not to that degree, but those are the people who are excited to go and see the Fly Eagles fly tonight in Philly.
Tough town.
It's quite a town. I love it. I want to get back to Philly somehow.
Yeah, well, I want Frank to walk us around because I don't know that it's as friendly as you.
Well, and I used to say they like
Phillies
Frank
gear.
there. Yeah, I'm not sure how that goes, but it's should be a good game. We'll talk about it coming up in our Betway bets in a matter of moments. To baseball. I remember Pinder was on yesterday. I think his Betway bets yesterday were dealing with Blue Jays and Kikuchi this and big win that. If they could win the next 2 games, it was going to get a split against the Texas Rangers. Let's see how the attempt at a split worked out last night.
Ooh, this ball in the air, center field. Varsho going back to the wall. Gone!
So a nail biter as the Jays lose 10-0 to Texas, who there are very much battling for playoff positioning. So not ideal, as it turns out. Their percentage, Pinder loves his percentages. He had supplied it this morning. Now a 45.2% probability of the playoffs for the Jays. Texas and Seattle, they're jockeying with, hoping to catch one of them and get in. They play each other 7 times. So the hope there is that one team does very well, the other does very poorly, and that the Jays can thread the needle. I don't know how I feel about their chances, but you're saying there's a chance. One of your favorite things in all of sports took place last night. Sports teams celebrating with champagne while the regular season is still on. This time, the Atlanta Braves.
Here we go again. Struck him out. The Braves are the kings of the East yet again. 6 straight division crowns for Atlanta.
All right, boys. Wow. Wow. You know, this stuff is never easy. It's unbelievable how hard it is to do this. And you guys just completed your 6th in a row. You know, and I always say in spring training, that first meeting or whatever is like you never give yourself a chance to do anything special until you get in this thing. We had a seat at the table. Now we're going to be at the head of the table. This is awesome. Congratulations. Enjoy this friggin' night, fellas. Don't ever forget how...
Little champagne for the Braves. 6 straight division titles, as you heard there.
Do we feel at all guilty with our boy being hurt again?
I don't know if guilty. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
It's the best. You are on a tremendous team, and you can't be out there as part of it. You're still there. You're rehabbing. At least this time, it's not some brutal Achilles thing that he's having to come back. It was like forearm tightness or whatever Snitker said last week. But yeah, it
sucks.
I mean, it's not sitting in your basement in Calgary doing a podcast.
No, it doesn't suck that bad.
But not ideal. This one here, now this is one that Pinder, God love him, contributing to the show even when he's not here.
What a guy.
Through this one, all I know about this one is sandwich, it says. So let's take a look at what Pinder has. There's your chub of bologna.
There's the little slices.
And he's searing it like you would maybe a baked ham. Some sort of a seasoning on top. It's the whole big roll. Comes out looking delicious. Some strips of bacon on the griddle. Maybe a pulled pork or some beef there, retro, with some cheese curds in it. So he's roasted the bologna, now frying it.
Too thick?
It's pretty thick. Pickles, bologna, cheese.
I think that's chicken.
Pulled chicken, bacon, more bologna, and there you go.
I like it, but I would slice that bologna in half and double it up. It's weird how
he's doubled it up there for sure.
I know, but I would have four slices of bologna, just half the thickness.
Jack, what do you think? I know you're kind of new to this whole bologna and food talk. You're from Pittsburgh, apparently. How
French
would
fries on your?
Yeah, I still haven't tried bologna, but that does look pretty good. It is a little thick, though. I agree with Rhett.
You've never had bologna?
No, we went through this last time.
Maybe I blocked it out. You've never had.
Well, no, it's not. You've blocked it out, but now you would have thought that the guy would have
gone out and rectified the situation. Yeah, maybe. Go out and get some bologna up in you. Would they sell that at Primanti's, Jack, with some potato chips on it or something?
I don't know.
Where do you want me to, Jack? I'm going to Pittsburgh next weekend. Do you want me to do anything for
you? Are you coming back to Calgary anytime soon?
What? Ask and you shall receive.
Oh,
okay. I'll think of something.
All right.
Attaboy, Jack. Good stuff. Now, and we'll close out the Pinder report. I had said yesterday there was a video that I had forgotten to submit. So this is Pinder in the wild. He's a unique animal. And I'm sure this is him. No, I can't confirm, but this is was on Instagram a couple weeks ago. And you know how much of an outdoorsy guy Pinder is. Loves fishing and hunting. He's very much into the wilderness. This is Pinder at the Bass Pro Shop out by Cross Iron Mills. There he says on the top there in the red shirt. Jumps right into the friggin' fish tank.
There's no way.
Right in.
What are you doing, Pinder?
He's high as a kite. It does look like Pinder.
It does look like Pinder.
If it wasn't Bass Pro, I'd be that's him. But he would never be in a Bass Pro. When we were in Nashville for the draft, some of the boys from Betway, they're like, we just want to go. Hadn't seen anything like this. A massive Bass Pro Shop or whatever it was, and yeah, he didn't know what. I'll just stand by the door. He didn't have any idea what was going on in there. So there you go.
To see that, I'm actually surprised that hasn't happened more often, or maybe it has. I haven't seen the videos, but
what do you do with the rest of your day then?
I feel like it's one of those birthday party things, or what do you call it? Like you're not finding things. It's not a treasure hunt, but like we did for my birthday. You got to accomplish
like an amazing race type of a thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel it's good for giggles, but then you haul yourself out.
I wonder what the charges are.
Mm-hmm. And if you skate on any kind of security / police issues, then you're soaked at Cross Iron Mills.
Now, if you wanted to dig into the weeds here, I would have prepared my buddy up top with a massive rain outfit.
Yeah.
From inside of Bass Pro Shops. I'd be throwing that on real quick and going about my day, skedaddling out of there.
Or you could just throw on some camouflage and no one would even know you're there. Just hang out for a few hours and then leave once you're dry. Stupid.
Or have a towel and head straight to the change room. Have a backpack. If you're prepared for this stuff.
Yeah, you're right. See, you're good at this sort of thing. You're not just going to do that willy-nilly off the top of your head. I'm going in the tank. Let's strategize. Let's plot our.
So we got to have a towel, which you could get there.
Yeah.
You got to have a rain jacket, which you could for sure, like a slicker. You could definitely get that. You pop out of the water. You throw the slicker on with the water hat.
Yeah.
Straight to the back. Or the change room.
Yeah.
Off it all comes. Towel it off.
Yeah.
I've left a different outfit in there. Bob's your uncle.
You're an idea guy.
Hmm?
Hey, look at that. Just off the top of your head. Okay, here's how it's gonna have to work. We're gonna need somebody here, put somebody there. They had to know because dude was ready with the camera.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't just happen to be, hey, I can't believe how amazing this store is, and then a guy jumps into the tank. So there was some plan in place. Stupid Pinder. Village Honda presents the Pinder Report, located in the Northwest Auto Mall and online at Village Honda. Huge selection of used vehicles, all makes, all models, all budgets. They are part of this automotive group. You go to Village, they're going to be able to hook you up. Over 400 beyond the lot there at Village Honda. Whatever it is that you need, they're going to be able to find a way that you leave there happy. Your dealership for life, located in the Northwest Auto Mall, the one-stop automotive destination in Calgary. Village Honda. Anthony's our guy up there. Great guy. We love Anthony. Known him for years. I hadn't thought about, he's big F1 guy, big soccer / footy fan, but also F1. That Vegas thing is coming up soon, is it not? Or is it next year? Because I know he was
I think
all
it's this year. Is it November?
I think it's soon, yeah.
Oh, now I got to get tickets to that.
I know.
You had a line on it and you effed that up.
I had a line on it and it was...
Great job.
you know what, here's the thing. I think tickets you can get tickets.
Oh, it's the price.
but it's the price, and hotel rooms are, and
Shocker.
I'm trying to remember what fight it was. Was it the McGregor Mayweather thing where everybody wanted to come in for that pay-per-view fight?
I think it's on the 16th week.
Private planes are bringing in their millionaire, billionaire owners. Landing, they're getting off. There's not enough room to park all these planes. They're then flying to Arizona to various airports to park the planes over race weekend and then flying back to get them. That's another level of wealth.
So you and I might have trouble finding a room. Is all these people are affording a room?
Is there a seat sale at WestJet? Christ.
Well, the cheapest you can find here is about $1,500 for a ticket.
Is it that race day, or is it kind of a weekendy deal?
I think
or
this is 3-day pass. So it's a 3-day pass. Yeah.
So that doesn't sound
It's not that bad.
right. Like that's not that crazy. I had read the tickets were available, but maybe getting flights in or certainly hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Well, you're an idea guy. Figured out.
My idea is that you're not much for. You do love Vegas. That might get you out of your house.
Man, I haven't been in Vegas for years. I would go every year without fail, twice a year sometimes. It's been forever.
You're over it.
Am I? Am I too old for Vegas?
No, you're over it though.
I'm over a lot of things. Overweight. My cholesterol levels are way over.
Worry about your cholesterol.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I'm over my give a shit meter. It's over.
It's
Just everything's over.
spilling over. I just care too much.
Care too much. Speaking of spilling, want to get this because we talked about it before. It's coming up. Again, you lose track of time. It's the 14th. It's this weekend over at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. Get yourself ready for Oktoberfest. Oh, 2-day event, Friday, Saturday. Tickets available through Ticketmaster. The Grey Eagle Event Center is going to be transformed into a lively Bavarian village. Traditional music, decorations, golden brews, all part presented by the Far Brewery. Mouth-watering pretzels, brats, sauerkraut, other delicious delicacies, lovingly crafted by the talented chefs. They've got, as I mentioned, the live... Now, if you call them
Oompa
Oompa
Band?
bands, is that disrespectful?
What's that?
Is it disrespectful to call them an Oompa band?
I don't know. I don't think it is, but I could be completely off base in saying it. I've got no reference for it, but I thought that's what they were.
Yeah, because it says here, lively sounds of live music will fill the air as talented German polka bands and plattlers take the stage. Plat? I don't know. Again, I'm an idiot, but this is going to be get your lederhosen and whatever else you need, and your tickets through Ticketmaster, and be there this weekend. I know we were talking with this is a while ago, Sheldon over at the event center. He's like, this thing's going to be, it's a 2-day event. They're blowing the doors off for this thing. So pretty cool. Get your tickets and be there this weekend for Oktoberfest. Pinder missing out.
I'm looking up traditional Oktoberfest food.
Okay.
Gotta figure out what I would have on my menu. Food ideas. Come on. Oh, these are hard words to say. It's in German.
Are we talking schnitzel? Is schnitzel in this mix, or is that something else?
Flammkuchen. Flammkuchen is a white German pizza. Obatste.
Okay.
Beer cheese dip. Yeah, I can't say the words. No. Sauerkraut and bratwurst balls. What do you think about the sauerkraut?
It's not for me.
It's supposed to be good for you.
Well, I am concerned a lot with that. Whenever I eat something, now is this good for me? No, I don't know. Because it shows up at different meals. Oh, you get sauerkraut or no, I'm good. Like pierogies, sauerkraut pierogies. You ever make the mistake and you hammer into a pierogi? It's like, oh, this is not what I was expecting. Maybe that's how it started. Maybe I need to give it another chance.
What about sour cabbage rolls?
Love cabbage rolls.
Sour cabbage rolls.
I don't know that I've had.
I'd never had it either, and my uncle made some. Top notch.
Really?
To the point where I actually told my mother, because she said, you won't like these. So I had them, and I'm like, may prefer them.
Whoa.
Gonna get you some. Yep.
How sour is sour, I guess?
It's just enough. Here we go.
All right, so Jack's found us a list of the Oktoberfest foods. Pretzels, bratwurst sauerkraut, spatzel, currywurst.
The strudel for sure.
Apple strudel, roast chicken, red cabbage,
Now-
roasted pretzels, sausage.
What about a ham hock? You like a ham hock?
I don't think so.
What about a blood sausage?
Gross.
Isn't that what
You
this-
know, whoever was marketing the
Sauerbraten.
blood sausage effed up big time.
It's a bunch of baloney, isn't it? Right? Like, I've tried it, and I'm like, no, you can't try to fool me.
What are you calling this blood sausage? No one's going to want to eat this thing if
Yeah.
you call it blood
Mushy
sausage.
shit is what it is. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to acquire it. No, I don't have to acquire a taste. There's plenty of options out there. I will never force this down my gullet.
No. So there you have it. If you're looking to really get into it, you can dig into some of that. But Grey Eagle this weekend, Friday, Saturday, tickets available through Ticketmaster.
Go down there and dance. Walk in, chug 2 big pints, and get right into it.
Do you roll out the barrel? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Roll out the barrel. Now, the Kenosha Kickers,
Yep.
they were a polka band, right?
Damn right they were.
Yeah.
Real good one.
So it'd be a busy time for them
Mm-hmm.
this time of year for sure.
Hard to book.
Hard to book the Kenosha Kickers.
You're going to try and have a wedding this time of year? Get the Kickers? 2 years
Can't
out.
do
brother.
it.
2 or 3 years out. Like,
Yeah. Sheboygan. Isn't that where they were from? Or what was the name of the... I'm trying to remember what the name of the
was
fucking...
Sheboygan.
Was it? Let's do our Betway bets. Thursday night football. Now, I don't know how I feel about this one. Now, I feel it, but I also feel like I'm trying to get... They're sucking me in by it. Yesterday, I think Pinder had the Vikings at +7.
Yes, he did.
The line has moved. Betway, get the Betway app on your phone. Bet the responsible way with Betway, the official gaming partner of Barnburner. The line has moved to 6.5 now. The Vikings have some issues on their offensive line. Eagles defense, strong. There's some real thought out there that this could be a tough night offensively for the Vikings and a get-right spot for the Eagles. Now, I don't know if you can get right after one game, but the Eagles were not that impressive in week 1.
Well, but they were impressive because they did build up a nice lead, and then they kind of...
Yeah, was it 16, 17, nothing in the first quarter? And it was shitty out, I think, raining and no good. So it's like they're baiting me. Under a ton, you taking it to 6.5? Well, you got me. I'm going to take the Eagles.
I'm biting too.
Eagles, -6.5, pays -105. And with that in mind, that the offense could be challenged for the Vikings, TJ Hawkinson, tight end. The over-under for him, 49.5 receiving yards. Last week against Tampa Bay, he had 35. I'm going to take the under on TJ Hawkinson and his 49.5 receiving yards, that paying -110. Those are your Betway bets. And, they have a bunch of kind of, I don't know where it's supposed to talk about them, but you go to the app, you're going to find some things there. You got all kinds of options for props. There's pre-built bets. They take a little things here and there, and they'll give them a little bit of a boost kind of a thing. Get that app and check things out. It makes the game a ton more enjoyable. You're invested, sitting on the edge of your seat with Betway, official gaming partner of Barnburner. Should be a good game, though. The over-under, I think, was still at 48 or 49.5. I don't know. One side of my mouth, I'm telling you that the offense is going to be challenged for Minnesota, and then the other side is like, I'll take the over. But cheering for under sucks.
It does. It can't.
I'll take the unders. Jack, what do you think tonight? What are you feeling?
I'm on the Eagles -6.5 as well, and the over.
Got to bet the over because it's more fun to cheer for points than
It's way more fun.
sacks. Yeah. Although you were cheering for sacks last week, Dean, Monday night, or this week.
I was. Yes, I was. What are you doing on your? Because everybody wants to hear about fantasy football. Jack, what is going on with your fantasy football team?
In what regard?
Yesterday, you claimed a guy at 3:20 p.m. You dropped him before 10 p.m.
Okay, yeah. So I picked up Calvin Austin, and then I saw something that Kareem Hunt might sign with the Colts, and I own all these Colts running backs. Like I have Taylor, his backup's backup. So it's like, shit, I got to get Kareem Hunt. So I dropped Calvin Austin, went to pick up Kareem Hunt, and then realized someone had already had Kareem Hunt. So that was...
So you didn't check for his availability before you went.
I dropped the guy, tried to pick him up. Someone had him.
That's why it must be why McBride pulled that offer, because Kareem Hunt, I think, was part of his offer to me. I'll tell you what, it was weird that you brought up fantasy football, because I was going to mention I had the computer pick my team for me, and that's how much effort I'm going to put into this season. I'm going to I'll have a roster filled. There will be no trades. I won't be spending any money. I have no idea what to do with this stupid team that I have.
Come on now. That's why you have fantasy football teams, so that you get into it and you educate yourself. And you
I'm into it. I'm invested wholeheartedly with the Bills, even though they piss you off.
And last week, you're going back to Jack. First movement on the waiver wire was Jack picking up Deion Jackson for $5. Played him last week. He got minus points. Dropped him immediately.
See you later.
Minus 1.2. See you later. I'm happy you're part of the league. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. That'll do it. Nothing from Pinder, hey? Did you send him a link? That prick?
Yeah. What time is it over there? We figure that out?
Oh.
What?
I forgot about, do we want to save Aussie Brad for tomorrow?
Probably, because we'll have nothing tomorrow either.
Okay, well what do you say, Jack? You save him for tomorrow? Or is it time sensitive? All
right. 7:12 in Copenhagen.
So you don't know what he's talking about, but it's not time sensitive. So
we can do this tomorrow.
All right.
What would Aussie Brad have that's time sensitive? He's
why
way ahead of us? So.
Unless he's jacked up for Thursday Night Football, but I can't imagine that it is. But
maybe he's in Copenhagen looking for Pinder.
God, you know what? Aussie Brad has raised the bar so high.
My wife thought we knew this man.
You would think.
Thought it was a family friend of someone and a close associate. Yeah. Another one of Pinder's best friends. She's like, oh, he just sends in video? Yeah.
Yeah. And crushes.
He's from where? I don't know. Well, how do you know him? I don't. But he sends in.
And it's a small world out there because our buddy Mark was one of the auction winners from last year's Christmas campaign. He was also ringside at SmackDown wearing his barn burner shirt. God love him. Through a family friend kind of thing, Darcy Hordichuk, former NHLer. Hordichuk watches the show, hears about Aussie Brad. He's traveling to Australia. He's like, hey, how do I get a hold of this Aussie Brad guy? Let's connect. So Pinder, we've hooked them up through email. Here's hoping Aussie Brad and Darcy Hordichuk.
Well, this is the other side of the family. My brother's kid's going over there, and my brother is convinced that Aussie Brad's going to get Dax a job. Well, why don't you call that Aussie Brad guy? And Aussie Brad could be a complete degenerate. It's not for me to judge because he's awesome, but
well, your nephew is.
For sure.
Right? So, I mean, we know that going.
That lazy bastard. Yeah. Hey, could you cut the grass? Yeah, I'll cut the grass.
This little show, making the world a better place. just making connections, continents coming together. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a good place to end it, I suppose.
Go Demons.
Go subscribe. Well, you see it. You're watching, but you haven't subscribed yet. Let's get those numbers up. YouTube, get on there. Follow us on social media. Subscribe, like, support the sponsors. It's how we make this thing roll. And we will see you tomorrow, buddies.